Oops. I think I did that. Did I go there? There? I have no idea. No idea. Whoopsies. Okay. I guess I have gone live. Okay. Hi, all. Happy Hub Day. I hope your week is going okay for you. This is what I've been working on. It is so big, it won't fit on my table, so to speak. And I took a picture of it and I posted it in AmpX group, and I posted it in my Facebook group also. And I've just tacked down everything. I don't have anything, well, nothing sewn down other than the only thing that's sewn down um, is the grass. Actually, nothing's sewn down. This is just all pinned down, so it's still questionable as to where everything is going to go. I came up with some interesting stems, ideas for stems, and I decided that I was going to use my little wee pom poms as stems because I thought that was kind of funny. And then I took some rickrack and sewed it together on the sewing machine, and I thought that came out pretty cool. The other thing I messed around with, and I decided against, however, I thought it was pretty interesting, was zippers. I have a whole bag of zippers. I bought zippers for some project where you got like zippers, three different size zippers. And I thought that would have been interesting. Have the zipper. And hi, Stephanie G. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in. I was lonely, so I was talking to myself. But I thought maybe, I mean, I've decided against it, but I did lay out a zipper and then open the zipper and then kind of spread the zipper out, and that could kind of go up around the flower. But uh, I just don't have enough. I mean, that's just a little out there. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? It just would make it that more interesting. I've decided it's going to definitely be a wall hanging. And hi, Pam. Thanks for being here and keeping me company. I'm hoping your week so far is going well. I was talking about the different options for stems for my flowers. This is just Seth Apter fabric that I folded in three and then just did a running stitch. And then I've been cutting out, random stuff for leaves. I've got some of these little wooden butterflies, so I figured I would sew on three of them or so. Then I looked up and I thought maybe, because I don't have any, what I need is, oh gosh, what do they call those? Pipe cleaners. Little black pipe. I thought I could take these little yellow pom poms, and I've got black ones too, and make little tiny bumblebees, 3D bumblebees. And I actually went on YouTube, typed in how to make bumblebees out of pom poms, and damned if a whole bunch of how to videos popped up. Now, they were gigantic, they were much bigger bumblebees, but I thought that would be kind of cute. Have a couple of little bumblebees. Um, the other thing I was thinking, I don't have a butterfly stamp. If I had a butterfly stamp, I would stamp that onto material and then cut that out and maybe paint the butterfly and cut that out and stitch that on. I do have a, let me get it real quick. It's in the other room. Beth Beth sent me um, yes, the butterfly buttons. Yeah, Beth and I have these little ladybug buttons too. So those will be easy to stitch on. You know, I can have the ladybugs. But Beth also included. Thank you, Safia. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how it came out. Uh, Beth sent a butterfly on a stick. Woo! But that doesn't mean I can't take the butterfly off the stick and stitch that down. That would be kind of cool. Since it's going to be a wall hanging, it can be three-dimensional. So I might stitch down that butterfly, put a couple of stitches there. And I think that would look cute. And, you know, once you get started like this, you can say, oh, I can add this or I can add that. And I, at this point in time, remember right now who made all the flowers. Um, I think I'm going to do what Becky did. Becky put the names and then she's going to put it on the back of the piece so you can go back. But these are Joyce was my partner, my official partner, Joyce Boring. So this one and this one are from Joyce. Let's see. You might be able to cut a short stick and punch it through the background and so stick to yeah. I can definitely I can stick this right. This is just felt. I can stick this right through the felt without a problem, if that's what you mean. Stick it through and then sew it down on the other side. Yeah, I think it would work. And I've got these little tiny wooden ones too. But this is from Joyce. These two are from Joyce. This is from Becky. This is from Kathy Whitney. This is from Goldilocks Steph B. This is from Beth. She felted. Everyone got a felted flower. This is from Janet. Oops, Janet Nash sent a flower and 2 leaves. And this is from Pam, I do believe. And then this is mine, this is mine, and this is mine. So, yeah, I'm very happy. There should be one from me on there. Did you send me one? Oh, you're saying if you had played, there would have been one from you. So funny. I knew I should. I had one partner, one official partner, which was Joyce. But I made one for every. But there were 8 people involved, I think, and then everyone's sent. So anybody that sent me one, I sent them one back. And yeah, it is. It was quite. And again, Becky is the inspiration, and I'm even happy with how the grass. I'll move this up. See the grass. Everything's falling off, but there's all the grass that's sown in, and that's just. And actually, all of the grass were little tiny scraps of fabric that Becky included with her flower, and there was just little bits. And I was able to cut them down and make pretty much all the grass out of the scraps of green that she sent me. I had some green. I had one piece of green fabric, and that was it. So I just wanted to show that to you. Again, as I said, nothing's stitched down, and I'm really kind of happy with the rickrack that I sewed together, and the little pom poms. I think turned out as cute stems. Again, gives it a little bit more playfulness. And I have my magic butterfly. Hi, Ampex. I'm showing my piece as inspired by you. I am thrilled with it. Nothing's sewn down yet. Um, so I'm going to be working on it. I knew I just wouldn't do those, even though I like them a lot. I had another. Oh yeah, that's absolutely, yeah, yeah. And I think it's going to make a really nice wall hanging. When it's time to do that, I'm going to need your help as to how's the best way to hang something like this. Someone suggested, I think it was Safia, Maria Safia. I think it was Safia that said I could mount it on foam board. And I think foam board comes in big sheets. And that might work because that wouldn't add any weight to it. Oh dear. A hanging sleeve. Okay. All right. I can imagine what that is. A hanging sleeve. Okay. All right. I will definitely watch that, obviously. So, anyway, that's where we're at with the flowers and our little magical butterfly from Beth. So I will fold this up. The nice thing is that it's on felt. Everything kind of sticks when you put it down. It kind of sticks because it's felt. Narrow tube on the back. Okay, just stitch a narrow tube, just a loop, right? I just would stitch like a loop and then stick a rod through there. I could just go and get a dowel or even a yardstick, right? I think. Yeah. That would probably, yeah. Okay. Yep. So that I'm going to fold it up carefully. Oh, I've already lost one ladybug hit the floor, but I'll find that later. There. Give that a fold. And I wanted to do some, hi, Barbara. I want to try some fancy stitching on the stems. Becky, I think, said she used the fly stitch. And you had some other stitching that you used to stitch the stem on. My stem is just a fabric. It's not sewn on yet. But I thought that would be a place where I could add some different stitches. So that's what I've been working on. Sunday, I did a collage. I think most of you were here Sunday. I did a collage out of the Collage du Jour book. And I did that in my big paper packaging. Yeah, that's what that's what Becky did. Yeah. And I was just looking through there's so much I'm going to do these and that. And then look at this. I'm not done making my patriotic protest postcards, but look at this. Now, this is from an organization a while ago, and I can use this, and I'm going to make postcards, and I'm just going to have art for justice, art for equality, art for truth. And I'm going to I'm either going to make a copy of these and use these letters, or do like I did with some of the other, do ransom letters. And so this was an organization that this woman was doing a while ago. So here are some collage pieces that were done by other people, but I would do it on postcard style. So I think that would be a fun thing to do. And you can see these different collages with the word peace. But yeah, so I'm going to do that probably next week. I just discovered it this afternoon, and it was just too late to get all the pieces together. But again, I think Art for Justice would be a good one to add to that pile of postcards that we've been making. And this is the one I did Sunday, and it's now in the book. I put it in the book. Again, this book is massive, but I'm not sewing it together until I've got all of the pages done. Because I'm pulling the pages out to work on them. So I've got them cut down. Where's this? Where's the one we did Sunday? Here it is. That's the one we did Sunday. Then Carol did one too, and hers came out beautiful. And she had no idea that this is what I was doing. I mean, she totally on the fly. So this is the one I did Sunday. And so in this journal, every other page for the most part, this is one I was experimenting with just a coat of gesso and watercolors. But see, every other page in here is blank for the most part. It has nothing on it. So that's where I'm going to be filling in with those collages out of the Collage au Jour book. And I think that's going to be perfect. And this is just cardstock. And since this paper is so thin and flimsy anyway, the cardstock, won't add too much bulk to it. And then when Natasha from Treasure Books, she had 28 pages. 28, counting this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she had 28 pages, and she did a single signature. She sewed it all together as one. So I probably may try to do that. And this is fabric that I made with Becky. Becky made her into a beautiful bag. And I never got that far. But I've got the batting for it. I have the batting to show. Anyway. So that's my plan, to at least fill a good part of this book. And I've done some collage on this. No, I know. Ugh. But it's kind of cool. It'll be really cool. It'll be a coffee table book. Don't have to go to the gym. And so I'm going to fill it with these. And next Sunday, I plan to do another one. And I'm going to do this one. And if anybody wants to join me, it's just two pieces, 4x4 pieces of paper. That's it. And shows you how to cut it out. And you've got that. And then I can't wait to do the library. This is adorable. And this is basically, she tells you how many pieces of paper you need to do the library. And different, and then this is very Matisse, obviously, or inspired. And stones. Look at this one. This looks like a lot of fun too. And we have the Art for Peace. The leaves, and look at these leaves. Aren't those beautiful? That'll be so fun to do. And then the flowers. These are all on tissue paper. And you cut them out, and, there you go. She tells you exactly, 4 squares, 4x4, 4 different colors of tissue paper. And you glue down one layer, and then you add another layer and another layer. And then look, she did this with coffee filters. And she made a coffee filter mandala. So, and look at this. Floral folk art. So that's what I'm going to do these. and put them in that big book. So here we go. Collage du jour. Lucy Duclos or Duclos. I'm sure it's, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know that's it, Lucy. But anyway, yes, yes, yes. Okay. And I'm just going to, I know, isn't that Mandela unbelievable? I have a bunch of coffee filters. I bought brown coffee filters, and I've been messing around with those. So I'm going to do some gluing in my Nicole. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Uh, uh, the Nicole Relax Cut and Glue Nicole. I love watching her. She's just so cheery and bubbly. She's a bubbly person. I got a new Somerset studio. I don't know. Is anybody interested in a flip through of the latest Somerset studio or not? I'll just, I'll wait a couple of minutes. But I can do a, yes, relax cut and gluey, 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 gluey. So I've got some pages. I've got some, got some stuff done. Some of my, I like her. I think she's adorbs. She always likes, yeah, okay. And this model, I love her. She's in Vogue all the time. And I like having people, people sitting on, okay, people sitting on hamburgers, a little girl on hamburgers. I like this one. And Born to Soar Above the Clouds. I have to, I'm going to have to go back and eventually I will put text. I love this one, members only. They're all pouty. They're all pouty women. And that's what they have in common. They're all pouting. Let's see. Dancers and skateboarding grandma. Great minds. I like this. Great minds think unalike. I think that's a good one. Great minds think unalike. So, and I also was very good. I've already started to work from the back. So I figured I'd start. So I've been going back and forth. And so I thought I would glue down a couple of backgrounds. And this is from Town and Country magazine. So background, as far as I'm concerned, is just something that will cover the page. And then I'll just put whatever on top of it. And we'll take it from there. And these are just squares. I might just cover that whole thing with squares or not. We'll see. Just cut out a bunch of squares. Because you look at some of these houses and, I mean, look at that library. Huh, those are blocks. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I guess I need a glue stick. That would be helpful. I know. Town and Country. And the one that I'm enjoying a lot is Veranda. I'm so glad. I don't know whether Veranda stopped publishing or I wasn't aware, but I'm so glad that I subscribed to Veranda again, because that is an gorgeous, 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 gorgeous magazine with really heavy glossy paper. Hi, Laura. Yeah, the library. And if you look at the funny thing, look at this library, it's very interesting because down here are the alphabet blocks, I think. I thought they were alphabet blocks. And those are those like magazine cases. It's very interesting. Still have not heard from my contractor. I will definitely. Lizzie Jean, hi. Welcome, welcome. I know Lizzie Jean from P&M Studios. Thank you for stopping by. I am just going to chat, and glue. And my glue of choice, my stick glue of choice is Darcy, right? Doris, not Darcy, Doris. I just think I'm going to stick this on here like so, and then I will trim it with my scissors. And let me get the scraper thingy. Nicole is a scraper, and that does make a difference. It's amazing how smooth a finish you get when you do the scraper. You get those bubbles out and everything. Is everybody still unseasonably warm? I know Becky was crazy hot. Has anybody tried the penning gear? I haven't, but it is time to make my yearly back to school trip over to Walmart. I guess they're in full swing. I would imagine that new teacher orientation stuff is. My son is starting a new job in a new school in a new state, and he has his new teacher orientation, I think, started today. I'm still of the old school. I grew up that you went back to school the Wednesday after Labor Day, and summer vacation was July and August. And here in Florida, and I'm thinking other states too, summer vacation is June and July. And that's what it is. Oh, wow. See, that's early for New Jersey, was of the old school, right? Of the northern schools, the old schools, New Jersey would be the Labor Day. So they're going back August 25th, huh? Now, when I taught in New York, we taught, until the last week in June. And there was no air conditioning in that school. So sometimes during Regents Week, it would get a little uncomfortable for the kids. We have big fans in the. Okay. Takes care of that. Let's do another background page, and then and I heard from Janet Nash, and she's already received. It's like one more sigh. I know. No way. Yeah, he's done, right? Good for him. He put his time in. Yes, he did. Many, many years. math teacher. Hi, Mariah. The first week in August, yeah. But they get, I mean, when they're starting in August, at least here in Florida, they're done with school by the end of May. So it's the same 180 days, I think, or whatever, how many days they have to be in school. Their little behinds have to be sitting in a desk. Like in New York, they always had, they would have included three snow days just in case you needed snow days. Here it's hurricane days, but I guess they don't do that anymore because the schools are all set up for distance learning, right? So the kids don't even get a hurricane day or a snow day. Well, that's probably true. I have gone back and I've gone to Khan Academy and taken math again through Khan Academy. I don't know how many people in here would be aware or know of Khan Academy, but it's an online academy, a school that Samuel Khan started. His niece was having, I think the story goes, his niece was having trouble with math. So he started teaching her, giving her extra help in math, and devised kind of his own method. And he basically was just doing math stuff. But now if you go to Khan Academy, KAHN, they're teaching everything. But he has a certain style that's very engaging. And I actually was using that style for a while when I was teaching American history. And it's free. It's all free. Or it was free. But he's expanded. He has really interesting classes too. He did a whole series of the math on leasing versus buying a car. And he did a whole series on renting versus buying a house. And so he has a lot of practical stuff that he's added to his curriculum. And he's got world history, American history, all the maths that you can imagine. I was doing geometry over again. And got geometry, calculus, trigonometry. I can't say how you say it. But, and then all the sciences and English. That's true. People really became something different during, yeah. He loves the Khan guy. I do too. He's just amazing what he does. Okay, let's see. Let's try to maybe go the next step with these pages. And let's see what goodies I can find to add to this. Now I could cut this out and, yeah, why don't we do that? We'll cut her out and maybe have her hanging. Well, it was only him. He was the only one teaching. And then he got so big that he started asking for volunteers to start helping him teach his classes. So it's not just him now. There are other Khan-alikes that are, but using his style. And his style was writing on a like a whiteboard type of thing, like, with colored markers. Very visual. And of course, math lends it can be very visual. And then he would do the maps. I remember his whole unit on the beginnings of World War One was really beautifully done. And then I got involved with Coursera. I don't know how many people are familiar with Coursera, but Coursera offers free college level courses. MIT was one of the first colleges to actually put their entire curriculum is online, and it's totally free. I mean, you can take any course that's being offered at MIT for free, but you don't get any credit for it. It just would be for like the love of learning. And then Harvard joined, and now there's hundreds of universities that offer their complete curriculums online. And then you can pay money to get like a certificate if you want to get a certificate. But I don't know that you can get course credit in terms of towards a diploma. Maybe some of them you can. On the government, yes. And then there's this PragerU that are offering classes on the government and the Constitution right now. And they're like short bits of, pertinent information, which is good. The more you know, the better off you're going to be. I think cut those flowers. Excuse me? I don't know. I can't do anything about the lawnmower, Lily. I'm sorry. I can't stop them from mowing the grass. I showed my students, I introduced them to Coursera, and they went nuts. And I said to them, any of them that was willing to take one of the classes, I would give them extra credit. And many of them did. And I got a note from a dad who said, thank you so much for introducing us to Coursera. My son and I, son was really bright. He said, my son and I are taking calculus together. Oh, I'm buffering? Yay, buffering. Oh no. Am I buffering for anybody else? I haven't touched anything. I know I had a mess last week. In and out. Oh yeah. I'm okay? Okay. Are you having weather in your area? Not bad? I'm sorry. It's so annoying. Nothing I can do about it. Last week was awful. I tried to change the Zoom setting. I had to leave and come back, but that's why I was in StreamYard. I don't think it's quite that easy to leave and come back in YouTube. I don't think. Let me do this. But I got this really nice note from this dad thanking me for introducing Coursera to me and his son. We're spending quality time together, learning calculus. Hey, whatever it takes, right? Just hot? Yeah, Becky was really hot yesterday. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Did you read what Barbara just wrote? And maybe it's going to be 63. You've got the greatest weather. I guess Eureka's what considered Northern California, right? In the redwood forests. This land is your land. This land is my land. Well, that's kind of interesting. Have her hanging there. Probably should have put her next to the pole, but I like her. Let's see if we can't find something interesting to add to that. Ooh. Stick her over here, maybe. Because I can't. Let me do this. Let me get rid of the glare. Oh, yeah. I can stick her here. Let's see. I do like this, too. That can go on the other page. I like this. I've been saving this one for a while. Oh, my God. Becky. Oh, wow. 160. Well, I'm glad it shut down. That's insane. That is obviously very dangerous. Oh, I got to put another page down. Well, I'll put another background. But isn't this a great one? I love this. I cut out. Okay. Let's see if we can't find something for over here. I think we could throw a flamingo in there. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll do that. We'll put a flamingo in there just for the heck of it. And this was a bitch to cut out, let me tell you. Okay. And I got this one too. All right, I think I'm going to stick this one down here. What do you think? I like her. Because every time I see a flamingo, I always think of Eileen Lyons that used to hang out with Colleen and Kathy Berg. She hated flamingos. She had a thing about flamingos. Was not a fan. Poor flamingos. I like that. Looks funny. Oh, Maria, were you here when I found another whole wording for postcards that I'm going to do next week? It was in the Collage du Jour book. I'm going to, I wasn't ready to do it today because I just found it this afternoon. But they had made a bunch of like collages, not postcards. But I'm going to make postcards, and they're just using art for they have art for peace, but I thought I would do like art for justice, art for equality, and it's very, but it would definitely would fit postcards, and then do some backgrounds for the postcards and stuff. So I'm gonna do some postcards next week with art for, and they have a thing that I could print out and cut out, or I could cut out letters and do like the ransom letters. I'll show it to you real quick. And these are the collages that people made, but they could do it on a much smaller basis for postcards. And just peace, and they just have the letters that the letters. Aren't those cool? And this was it was called the Peace Collage Project, one letter at a time. By cutting each letter out of old magazines and brochures, Paranez is creating a daily collage to post on her website as a fundraiser for the World Central Kitchen. I thought that was a super idea. And so I'm going to try to mess around with that within our patriotic protest postcards. What do you think? I think it's going to be a good idea. Now, this was done a while ago because this book is, well, I don't think it's that old. 2024. Yep. So, yeah, even if you had some painty papers and things like that for the background of the postcards, yeah, we're going to do that. I'm loving that book. As so many of you know, I keep on, and it's really neat paper too. Texturally, it's fun to just touch it. I see some feet here. Let's just throw down some stuff here. Okay. Yeah. Oops. Oh, okay. I think we'll put that flower up there in the corner. Will it fit? Maybe this. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Maybe move it over a little bit and I can trim it, and that'll fill there. Got a parrot. Add him maybe over here on another. Glue him down. Oh, yeah, we have that for sure. Yeah. So that's, and I just came across that this afternoon when I was looking through the different projects, because I'm going to make a lot of those and put those in the big packaging paper journal, which is 10 by 10. Okay. Becky's coming on at 1:30, I do believe. She's in here. She can say yay or nay. And Devin's not on, right? Is that correct? Devin's not on today. Or is it next week? I think it's today. I wasn't paying. Okay. Well, that's a little crooked, unfortunately, but that's okay. We don't mind crooked. Okay, I'm going to. Well, what are we going to do? Let's see. What did I do with her? Here she is. No, how did she go? Did she go this way? How did I have her run there? I guess she should go that way, but I could have sworn I put her on there. Okay, Safia. Enjoy your supper. No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to put her on another page with a different background. I think I'm going to do this because I kind of like the library. And I've got this thing that I cut out. It took forever to cut out. But I like that because we're keeping, we're keeping the background there. There's a little doggy here. So be very careful when I glue this. I'm sure I'm going to rip it. Rip it, rip it, rip it. Have to be very careful. This is when it would be nice to have a little glue stick. I used to buy the big size and then the little size of the glue sticks. But they don't, this Doris doesn't come in a little stick. It comes in a giant stick. It's huge. I would have trouble getting my hand around it. It's so big. I don't know whether any of you have seen it, but it's like a jumbo mumbo jumbo glue stick. Oops. This is really not the best way of doing this. I should be really gluing on the back of a magazine, the proper way. But I'm too lazy. I know no one else in here is lazy. Okay. Let's see whether I can get this. Oh, great. Super. All right. I can't wait. Becky is a very good watercolorist. Okay. Let's see. This is kind of torn a little bit. Oh, dear. Does it have to come down like so? Oh, well, it goes over there a little bit. I can't move it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, Lordy. Everything's sticking. Yeah. Oh, got a kink in the flower. All right. Okay. I hope that you did. You were able to post your. Did you post it? Yeah, that's your. Yes. Thank you, Becky, for posting that. Are you using a specific watercolor set, or are you just using one of your regular? It's probably getting ready. Okay. Now, I think we should have these ladies just randomly walking through the library. I didn't do a very good job pasting this at all. Okay. Quit being so friggin' lazy. Get out something that you can glue on. Oh, there they are. I turned them upside down and I lost them. I couldn't find them. Oh, okay. Arteco. All right. It is so much easier when you're gluing on a piece of paper, then you can just kind of, you don't have to be so careful. Okay. There. I like that. Just throw those in there so they can go for a little walk through the library. Yep. Let's see, what else can I put in there just for giggles? And I have anything little? How about relax already? I like that. Relax already. I'll stick this down and then I'll say goodbye. I'm going to clean up this mess. Actually, this is not big of a mess. And I'm going to probably sew while I watch Becky watercolor. Come on. Yeah, let's just kind of go like so at an angle to make it interesting. There. Hi, Janet. Yeah, thanks. Janet always comes in and reminds everybody. Thumbs up. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. All righty. Well, I'm going to say so long. Becky's coming on. I don't think Yolande's on today. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. I'm hoping I'm right. And P&M is on tomorrow, right? I think. All right. Well, thanks for being here, folks. And I'll see you soon. And if you can't be good, be careful. Be fabulous, too. Oh, noon Pacific. Okay. Bye, all. Bye. End stream. I think I'll get a picture. What do you mean, not yet? End.